Hola todos! Welcome to Everyday Spanish with Stephanie. Today we're embarking on an exciting journey, a 12-minute Spanish immersion challenge that will have you speaking confidently in no time. Now, you might be thinking, can I really learn enough Spanish in just 12 minutes to actually speak? And the answer is yes. That's the beauty of learning a language in the digital age. We're gonna go over some essential phrases, practice some real-life conversations, and even tackle some language challenges all along the way. Before we dive in, I wanna remind you about our sponsor, the Unacademy Languages app. This app is the perfect tool to supplement your learning. Whether you're a beginner or wanting to polish up your skills, it has something for everyone. Okay, now let's get started with our Spanish learning adventure. Let's start with the most basic and important phrase, hola. Simple, right? But did you also know that in Spanish-speaking countries, it's very common to greet somebody with a kiss on the cheek? Cultural tidbits like this can really enhance your language learning journey. Now, let's learn how to introduce ourselves. In Spanish, to introduce yourself, you say soy plus your name. So I would say soy Stephanie. Now I want you to try it with your name. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to. But wait, there's more. You can also say me llamo, which means But wait, there's more. You can also say me llamo, which literally means I call myself. So it sounds like this, me llamo Stephanie. Now you might hear this one in more professional settings. Now let's practice a typical introduction. Hola, soy Stephanie, mucho gusto. Hola, soy Carla, encantada. Remember, mucho gusto and encantado or encantada are both ways to say nice to meet you. Okay, now let's talk about nationalities. To say where you're from, you're also going to use soy. If you're from America, you might be tempted to say soy americano or soy americana, but that's actually not right. In Spanish, you're going to say soy estadounidense, which is I'm from the United States. Why is this? Because americano in Spanish is used to refer to people from both North America and South America. Okay, now let's practice some nationalities. Soy canadiense. This means I'm Canadian. Soy británico or británica. This one means I'm British. Soy australiano or australiana means I'm Australian. Soy mexicano, mexicana means I'm Mexican. Now, what if somebody asks you specifically what city or country you're from? You're still gonna use soy. You're gonna say soy de and the name of the country or city, and it sounds like this. Soy de Estados Unidos. I'm from the United States. Soy de Nueva York. I'm from New York. Soy de Londres. I'm from London. Okay, now let's practice a conversation. Hola, soy María. ¿De dónde eres? This means, hi, I'm María. Where are you from? Hola María, soy Juan. Soy de Canadá. Hi María, I'm Juan. I'm from Canada. Qué interesante. Nunca he estado en Canadá. How interesting. I've never been to Canada. Let's move on to professions. For professions, we're also gonna use soy. We're gonna say soy and then the name of the profession. So it sounds like this. Soy profesora, I'm a teacher. Or soy estudiante, I'm a student. But remember that some professions have different forms for the masculine and feminine form. For example, soy médico or soy médica, depending on whether you're going to use the masculine or feminine form. This means I'm a doctor. Soy ingeniero or soy ingeniera. I'm an engineer. Soy abogado or soy abogada. I'm a lawyer. Soy artista. I'm an artist. This one's the same for both. Soy chef, or you can even say soy cocinero, for I'm a chef. But what if you want to ask someone about their job? You just use the phrase ¿a qué te dedicas?, which means what do you do? Literally, it translates out to what do you dedicate yourself to? Let's practice a dialogue. ¿A qué te dedicas? What do you do? Soy ingeniera de software. ¿Y tú? I'm a software engineer. And you? Yo soy maestra de primaria. I'm an elementary school teacher. Now let's talk about age. In Spanish, we're not gonna use soy to say I am for your age. You're actually going to use the verb tener, which means to have. So it sounds like this. Tengo 30 años. Literally translated out means I have 30 years. And yes, it does sound weird to our English ears, but trust me, that's how it's said in Spanish. Let's practice some age-related phrases. Tengo 25 años. I am 25 years old. Tengo 42 años. I'm 42 years old. To ask how old you are, you say ¿Cuántos años tienes? How old are you? You know, this is a great time to practice counting to 20 in Spanish. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Remember, for numbers 16 through 19, we say 10 plus the number, so 10 y 6, 10 and 6, 17, and so on. Okay, now let's practice a conversation about age. ¿Cuántos años tienes? How old are you? Tengo 28 años. ¿Y tú? I'm 28 years old. And you? Yo tengo 33. I'm 33. What about to specify where you work or what you're studying? Use trabajo en for I work at, and then put the name of the place. So for example, trabajo en una oficina. I work at an office. To specify what you're studying, use estudio. Yo estudio español. I study Spanish. Let's learn some phrases. Trabajo en un hospital. I work at a hospital. Trabajo desde la casa. I work from home. Estudio medicina. I study medicine. Estudio ingeniería. I study engineering. To ask someone about their work or what they study, you can use these question phrases. ¿Dónde trabajas? Where do you work? ¿Qué estudias? What do you study? Now let's practice a dialogue. ¿Dónde trabajas? Where do you work? Yo trabajo en un banco. ¿Y tú? I work in a bank. And you? Yo estudio derecho en la universidad. I study law at the university. ¡Qué interesante! ¿Te gusta? How interesting. Do you like it? Sí, me encanta. Yes, I love it. Okay, now let's talk about living situations. To tell somebody where you live, you can use the phrase vivo en. So, por ejemplo, vivo en Madrid. I live in Madrid. Or maybe vivo en un apartamento. I live in an apartment. Here are some useful phrases. Vivo en el centro de la ciudad. I live in the city center. Vivo en las afueras. I live in the suburbs. Vivo con mis padres. I live with my parents. Or vivo solo or vivo sola. I live alone. To ask where someone lives, you can use the question, ¿Dónde vives? Let's practice. ¿Dónde vives? Where do you live? Vivo en un apartamento en el centro. ¿Y tú? I live in an apartment in the city center. And you? Yo vivo en las afueras con mi familia. I live in the suburbs with my family. Now let's move on to talking about things that you like. This is where the phrase me gusta comes in handy. Be careful with this pronunciation though. Even though it looks like the English word me, it's translated me. Me gusta. Me gusta viajar. I like to travel. Me gusta bailar. I like to dance. Me gusta leer. I like to read. Me gusta escribir. I like to write. Me gusta ir al cine. I like to go to the movies. Now, for things that you don't like, you just have to add no before the me gusta. So, no me gusta. Por ejemplo, no me gusta cocinar. I don't like to cook. No me gusta madrugar. I don't like to wake up early. When we're talking about plural nouns, you actually have to change gusta to gustan. Let me give you some examples. Me gustan los perros. I like dogs. If you're talking about a single dog, you would say me gusta el perro. See the difference? Me gustan los gatos. Versus me gusta el gato. Me gustan las películas de acción. I like action movies. To ask somebody what they like or what they like to do, you can say, ¿Qué te gusta hacer? What do you like to do? Let's practice a conversation. ¿Qué te gusta hacer en tu tiempo libre? What do you like to do in your free time? Me gusta leer y ver películas. ¿Y a ti? I like to read and watch movies. And you? A mí me gusta cocinar y salir con amigos. I like to cook and go out with friends. ¡Qué bien! No me gusta cocinar, pero me gusta comer. That's great! I don't like cooking, but I like to eat. Great job! You have been learning a lot of Spanish in just about 10 minutes time. Let's do a quick review. I want you to try to form some sentences using these phrases. I'll start the phrase, I want you to repeat, and then finish it. Hola, soy de... Now tell me your profession. Soy. Tell me your age with this one. Tengo. Trabajo or estudio. Tell me where you live. Vivo en. Me gusta. No me gusta. All right, now let's put it all together in a conversation. I want you to repeat after me. Hola, soy Ana. ¿Cómo te llamas? Hola, Ana, soy Carla. Mucho gusto. Igualmente. ¿De dónde eres, Carla? Soy de México. ¿Y tú? Yo soy de España. ¿A qué te dedicas? Soy ingeniera. Trabajo en una compañía de tecnología. ¿Y tú? Yo soy estudiante. Estudio medicina. ¡Qué interesante! ¿Cuántos años tienes? Tengo 22 años. ¿Y tú? Yo tengo 28 años. ¿Dónde vives? Vivo en un apartamento cerca de la universidad. ¿Qué te gusta hacer en el tiempo libre? Me gusta viajar y leer. ¿Y a ti? A mí me gusta bailar y ver películas. Excelente trabajo! Great job, amigos! You've just learned some essential Spanish phrases and had a full-on conversation in Spanish. Remember, learning a language is a journey, and every word and phrase that you learn brings you one step closer to fluency. And don't forget about our sponsor, the Unacademy Languages app. It's an amazing resource to continue your Spanish learning journey. Now, whether you want to review the topics that we went over today or learn something new, the app has you covered. Thanks for watching, amigos! If you're serious about improving your language skills, I have a great resource for you to try. Check out the Unacademy Languages app. It offers a wide range of lessons from beginner to advanced with native speaker audio and interactive lessons. To learn more, click on the link in the description below. It's a great complement to the tips and the strategies that we discuss in this channel. Keep learning, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video. ¡Hasta luego!